Alrighty, everybody. We're getting started here. We started right around on time, 7 o'clock. We got a week-long severe weather outbreak going on for a lot of people around the United States. Starting off in the North Plains today with an enhanced risk of severe weather. We also got a slight risk of severe weather down in Alabama and Georgia. So let's go ahead and look at the Storm Prediction Center here. Like I said, we do have that enhanced risk of severe weather over the north central plains, including parts of Kansas and Colorado, with a 30% chance of damaging winds and 15% chance of damaging hail. There is a small tornado threat down in Georgia, about 1,000 square miles, 200,000 people, and the risk of that, but the storms have already left that risk area, so I don't see any concerns for tornadoes for the day, but we do have a 30%. We do have a 30% chance of damaging winds. It is hatched for significant. Let's go look at the day 2 outlooks. We get a slight risk for tomorrow. It's going to be centralized more up into New York and Pennsylvania. We got large swaths of martial risk going from the north central plains down to the southern United States, with 50% chance as a max for wind damaging winds, and then 5% chance of damaging hail. We got large, slight risk of severe weather again, centralized central north central plains, with that 50% chance of severe weather. We do have a day 4 outlook. It's going to be centralized mainly over the Ohio Valley, including Illinois, parts of Michigan, Wisconsin, Indiana, Ohio, and even northern Kentucky in that 15% chance day 4 outlook. And to the forecast discussion, gotta find where I saw it at. All severe weather hazards will be possible. Appear possible from Sunday to portions of So all severe weather hazards appear possible on Sunday from portions of eastern Iowa through southern Wisconsin and Michigan, into much of Illinois and Indiana, northern Kentucky, and western Ohio as a linear convective system moves east across the region. Tornado potential likely will be focused closer to the surface low track along warm front extending from the low east-southeast across parts of Wisconsin and Michigan to northern Illinois and Indiana. We do have a day 5 outlook for most of the northeast, including eastern Kentucky, most of the state of Ohio, Virginia, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania, and New York, and I believe eclipse parts of Maine. So we do have a day 5 outlook, and I believe, no we don't. Okay, I thought we had a day 6. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch on back over to the radar here. So we do have a couple severe thunderstorm warnings, mainly east of Colorado Springs, 1 inch hail, and 60-mile-an-hour winds, and towards the southern portion, 70-mile-an-hour winds, and 1.25 inch. Ping pong balls. No, $half size. I'm an idiot. So let's go and look at the velocity scans here. So the focus today will be mainly the damaging winds and the damaging hail threat. Like I said, the tornado threat is very low, and that's going to be mainly over eastern Georgia. Let's go ahead and take a look at that on Radar Mega here. Here's a small area of risk for tornadoes, and most of the severe weather has already passed through, as what we have left of the quasi-linear convective system from last night. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, 3/4 size hail. I'm moving south of Perry, Georgia, making its way towards Eastman and Hawkinsville. Storm edge is going to be over Dublin. Perry, Georgia, you're almost in the clear. Heaviest rain is moving through you. Biggest concerns will be the 60-mile-an-hour winds, very small hail, and of course a torrential rainfall as well. Weather here in Kentucky. Sky's mostly clear, maybe a few clouds in the sky. Besides of rain this morning, everything appears to be dry from here on out. We also got a severe thunderstorm warning in northern Colorado near Fort Collins, north of Denver. So quarter-size hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, making its way into Windsor, and Colorado. Again, like I said, tornado threat is very low today. I do not see tornadoes being on the radar for the day, but we do have the damaging wind and damaging hail threat today that we will for sure be looking at. Most of these storms at the moment will be discrete in nature, but as they push eastward, especially when it gets over to Kansas, when it moves more towards the Kansas and Colorado border, be more of a KLCS, quasi-linear convective system, as it moves eastward. Personality. TikTok streams being slow today. Cult of personality. We do have Storm Chaser Vince Welty on the storm as well today. Lordy. It's going to be another slow day today, but we do have that enhanced risk. So let's see if things pick up here. New severe storm warning. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning now in northern Utah. Penny-sized hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. And they'll be moving towards the Great Salt Lake region as we pushing eastward. This is another one of these pop-up storms that reach severe potential. Don't see this being any large tract or any. A new severe thunderstorm warning in northern Ohio, northern Colorado. It'll be in, north of the Pawnee National Grassland. I switch to a different radar. Go ahead and look at the hazard here. 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, quarter-size hail. We do have. Looks like it's trying to get a mid-level lock on it. I believe that's outside the storm base, so that's ahead of the storm. So we see what it does with that. We also got the storms to the north of it looking quite significant too. So we might see a severe thunderstorm warning issued for parts of extreme southeastern Wyoming. So we see what will happen there. Either way, you got strong storms moving through southeastern Wyoming. I think it might be more of a linear convective system or a squall line event than it is a quasi-linear convective system. I want to see about the storm that Vince Welty's on. So Vince Welty, we can see the storm base on it. Let's go ahead and make this full screen. Why aren't you wanting to load full screen? There we go. So yeah, like I said, the tornado threat is on the low for the day.